This week, instead of an Aldi haul that fills my kitchen island, I'm going to shop from my freezer and fridge first.
So much meat.
This is going to help keep our groceries under budget, which is so helpful during this holiday season where I tend to spend and buy more.
So glad I do this. I forget about so much stuff. Like these little pot pies I bought. Wow.
Each time I do this, I am reminded on how good of an exercise it is, and I am so pleased to see that I have a lot to work with. I went ahead and organized everything I've taken out of the freezer. I'm going to go through it real quick so then when I get to the whiteboard and talk about all the meals planned, you'll know where they came from. So let's start over here. I did purchase these. These are specialty pot pies. We have this local pie shop that makes amazing pies, and they make sweet ones and savory ones like this one, curry vegetable. It was highly recommended. I bought two. Can't wait to try those. So that's going to be a great, easy dinner night meal. Perfect. We have some onions to use, broccoli florets, some corn. So these are our vegetables, cauliflower florets, which will be used in cauliflower mash. So I know where those are going. Just some leftover sourdough bread. And then I have some chicken breast tenderloins. I'm thinking about making chicken nuggets. We use up all the leftover crumbs from all our chips and all our breadcrumbs, and we coat them on here into little bite-sized pieces, put them in the air fryer. So good. Such an easy and delicious recipe. I have more chicken. These are thin chicken breasts, so I'll use that in some way, maybe with a soup with that corn and maybe some other ingredients from the pantry. I bought this thinking for Thanksgiving, but we never used it, and it is a turkey breast roast. It's the boneless butterball from Aldi, and so that could be a great crock pot meal with some of those onions and any other hearty vegetables I have. I have here some ground beef, and then up here some restaurant style meatballs, one bag left of that. That would go great with some sauce and some tortellini that I have in the pantry. So that's an easy crock pot meal. Then I got a pork roast. I'm not sure when. We have a lot of roasts planned, a lot of heavier meats planned for Christmas and Christmas Day and New Year. So this might wait for a little while. Not sure that'll be anything I use this week. Fresh pork here. Well, it's not fresh. It's frozen now. It's ground pork. So I don't know if I'll be using that either, but I do need to use it soon. Chicken wings. And then also here is some lamb ribs that we have left over. Then over here we have some potatoes. I actually kept the potato peels. My son told me to keep them. He said if we fry those up, they'll make great potato crisps. So we might do that in the air fryer. I also have some sliced potatoes I want to use in our breakfast casserole for Christmas morning or Christmas Eve. And that's going to go with these. I'm going to use up these breakfast meatballs with that casserole. It's going to be so good. As well as these sausages. So that's going to use up all of this in one breakfast casserole. So great. Now, Aldi had their meat sales and I stocked up. So I went ahead and got the ribeye roast, which we'll have on Christmas Eve. And I got a tenderloin, which is either going to be used before Christmas, the weekend before, or we'll use this on New Year's Eve. So one of our guests just love that. Little bite-sized pieces of that. I have some seafood left. We have some raw shrimp and we have the Chilean sea bass. So once we get your palate gets tired of these heavier meats and you want something a little more light and a little bit easier to cook up, that's where seafood comes in. And then maybe I'll throw this in there with it, some lobster roll bites. And we also have some pork egg rolls. So you can see there's a lot here to work with. I'm going to go to our whiteboard next. Actually, I do have a small Walmart haul to show you next, and then we'll get to the whiteboard. Here is our Walmart haul, a very tiny haul because of how well we did with purchases recently. And as you saw, purging that freezer gives me so many options. So now what we did and purchased from Walmart, this all came to a total of $66. So less than half of our weekly budget of $150. So I'm just going to go through these items just real quick so you could just kind of see what we're thinking about making this week and some things that are going on. So let's get started. Doritos. We don't usually get Doritos. These are the spicy sweet chili. The reason I got Doritos is my daughter is having a recital event. She's a music teacher and she has her students performing, and she wanted me to bring some snacks. She asked for some chips, so I'm bringing some Doritos. There's some other things I'm bringing too. We'll get to that. Our splurge item, our crunchy item of the week are these pork egg rolls, Pagoda. I've not had this brand before, so curious to see how those are. And then I am going to be making a salad with this bow tie pasta. It's going to have so many ingredients in it, from prosciutto to Kalamata olives to pomegranate, little burst seeds. It's going to have so many good things in it, but it also calls for the little pasta there. So I got the Protein Plus. All right, I got some honey ham, that's for the week. I got some mozzarella cheese for the week, and this is for an appetizer. I got 2 of these. I've not gotten these before. These are the little packets of prosciutto and provolone cheese, and I'll show you. I'll just go bring it over here. Pepperoni. I'm going to make these candy cane mozzarella and pepperoni candy canes, and I'll show you that. Mentioned the mozzarella cheese, more Kewpie mayo for us, 1 sweet potato, 3 more avocados. Here's the sliced mozzarella to go with the pepperoni also. And then actually this mozzarella is for the protein pasta. That's for that salad as well. And then there's the Kalamata olives that go with that salad. We got more heavy whipping cream. And then we just needed some garlic salt. And then the salad also called for a white balsamic vinegar. I didn't see any white that was in a good, reasonable price. So I got this rosé balsamic vinegar. I've never heard of that. So I thought that'd be cool. Oh yes, it's gourmet rosé. And some more Taco Bell sauce. I got some wonton wraps, appetizer season, and then some sliced fresh mozzarella, as I mentioned, and then some freezer bags. So see, just a very quick, had an appetizer or 2 I need to make, and now we'll put all this away and I'll show you what's on the menu for the week.
Not only do I have my whiteboard that I use every week, but this is something new I just purchased from Laurel Denise, part of the planning accessories. I'm so excited to try it out. It is going to remain in my planner and help me with my meal planning. It is a wipeable, laminated, erasable, reusable shopping list on one side. And then this is breakfast, lunch, and dinner meal plan on the other. So this is going to be my plan ahead. It'll stay in my planner. Whenever I have a thought or idea or some new recipe I want to try, I'll put it on here. And then when it is time for planning out the meals, I'll pull it with me to my Walmart app. And also then I'll transfer it to the whiteboard and then erase them on here and start new with new ideas. So it's like a mini whiteboard for your planner. Let me put it to the side because I'm thinking as I'm going through all these groceries, all these items from the freezer, I'm thinking about menu ideas, but I might not make those this week. So I want to put them on here so I don't forget what those are for the future.
Before we get into the menu, I wanted to share with you those candy cane appetizers I was talking about because it's so easy. It's just 2 ingredients and it turned out really cute. So I am cutting mozzarella slices. I'm cutting them in circles with I used a spice cap. So it worked out perfectly. It was the perfect size. So I made that in circles, and then my pepperoni slices, and I'm alternating them. I put a piece of parchment paper down on my white platter here because I was afraid the pepperoni might stain it. And then I just alternated the pepperoni and the cheese until it shaped out into these 2 candy canes. All right, Ritz crackers on the sides. I will put those out at the actual event. Let's go. This turned out to be a cute addition to her little spread for her students of all the food and nibbles, and they loved it. They gobbled this up. Now let's get into the menu. All right, here is the plan for the meals for this week. We are gonna do tonight roasted kale and tilapia. I'm thinking with that chicken and that corn, we'll do a chicken taco soup. I also have some chicken broth frozen, so that's great. Some of those pot pies with some salads, that would be great. For Friday, chicken nuggets and potato chips. I was thinking those potato peels might work for that. Beef tenderloin and appetizers on Sunday if the family gets together. And then meatballs and tortellini in the crock pot. Quick, easy crock pot meal. That would be great. And then these are the holiday meals planned. On Sunday, if the family comes, it's appetizers and that tenderloin. Tuesday for breakfast is cinnamon rolls and a rib roast with some jalapenos. And then Wednesday is Christmas, and we're gonna make an egg potato casserole. I'll serve those lobster bites. I'm thinking about Reuben roll-ups. I have some pastrami, and then some pickles, maybe some pickle poppers. We'll see. I'm still debating and deciding on the Christmas meals, but and the sides. But everything else for this week is planned, and that's what we're going with, using up everything we have in the freezer and just that small Walmart haul. I hope you found some meal inspiration this week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.